Good afternoon, everybody. You're allowed to come a little closer. We do have some garden implements that will be employed for purposes of opening the roof garden ceremonially, but you are all safe, and our safety team here at the Science Center will be looking out for you every step of the way. I want to welcome you all, including members of our team, who have really been instrumental in allowing this to happen in terms of the work outside, which is really benefiting, though we do not, from today's weather, because after all, a good rainy spring makes for a very beautiful summer in the world of botany. So I wanted to, on behalf of the Connecticut Science Center, in particular thank our dear friends at Northeast Utilities, without whom the Connecticut Science Center would not be what it is today. And by that I do not refer only to their substantial commitment that helps us enjoy and celebrate the roof garden, but their leadership of the development of the Connecticut Science Center from the very moments, the earliest moments when it was conceived by a group of leaders, business leaders, philanthropic leaders, academic leaders, educators, and government leaders in this community who decided that we really needed to create a statewide science center that would help to motivate our children to see science as being something that's for them, about them, something in which they can achieve success and enjoyment. And whether they be coming on a weekend to enjoy science with their families interactively, or coming on a field trip with their classmates, that's what the Science Center is delivering to close to 300,000 people per year. And one of the things they appreciate here very much is our Forces in Motion exhibit gallery, which Northeast Utilities made possible as one of the founders of the Connecticut Science Center, where we feature many interactive experiences with physics. And that's on our first exhibit level on the 4th floor of the Science Center. Now here on the 6th floor, we enjoy in-use support in yet another way as we expand our presentation of botany and our presentation of something that we've had for a long time but not celebrated, and that is our green roof. As many of you may be aware, the Connecticut Science Center is a LEED Gold certified building, which means in some ways that it's a building that utilizes energy that's generated in particularly efficient and environmentally sensitive ways, such as the fuel cell, which generates about 85% of the power we use here. But just as importantly, it's by virtue of the efficient ways in which we use energy as a green building that we were able to achieve the LEED Gold rating. And one of the really special elements of that is the roof garden, which to the average person is a roof garden that's very pretty. And to the engineer and to the environmentalist and to the energy technologist, what it is a green roof that functions in an energy efficient way to insulate the floors below and also to handle rainwater and absorption of sun, for example, and heat in the right ways to make the Science Center require less energy to cool itself and less energy to heat itself, the opposite conditions. And that has existed since we opened, but it has not existed in a way that was as beautiful as it does today. And thanks to a grant from Northeast Utilities, we today are announcing the opening, thanks to our new season sponsor, of a much more beautiful roof garden than we've ever been able to have before. And starting today, as soon as the rain stops, our visitors are going to enjoy a roof garden that they have never been able to see before. That's very beautiful, that actually will attract wildlife, including butterflies who visited on an experimental basis last year, and thanks to the plantings out here, decided to come back in great numbers. And it's also an area where our fine staff, Luke, TJ, and others, supported by our facilities team who keep it fresh out here, will be able to provide educational programs that are really exciting for our visitors, our campers, so that they can learn about the science that's happening out here, whether it be the botany and the plants, the greenness of the systems from an environmental and engineering perspective, or in some cases the stars through stargazing activities out here. So with that, I want to once again, on behalf of the Connecticut Science Center, thank our partners at Northeast Utilities. We're so grateful for your support previously and today, and so proud to celebrate this with you as a company that does care very much about energy stewardship. With that, it's my pleasure to introduce the Chief Administrative Officer and Executive Vice President of Northeast Utilities, David McHale. David, thank you very much.
Thank you. On behalf of all of the employees at Northeast Utilities, many of which visit this museum on a regular basis, all 9,000 of us, we are thrilled to support the museum. Hartford is such an important community to us, and I think in 3 short years this has become a very, very essential part of the community. We are very, very pleased to support it. And in many ways, I would say that this particular rooftop, you called it a garden, which I like from a branding perspective. It's just an extension of the types of things that we like to do as an organization as well. We have a green roof, but we don't call it a garden. I think we're going to adopt that. I like that. Although I will tell you, ours has about 60 solar panels on it, so not much room for plantings. But we have a shared value that way. We are committed to the environment. We're committed to making sure that we expose and make accessible to all of the residents here our properties, our lands. We manage about 41,000 acres of lands throughout New England. So we have that shared value with the museum, and it gives us great pleasure to continue to support it, and you can count on us going forward. So thank you.
So with that, I'd like to just again thank Ed Lane, Rudy Pistana, Sherry Sweeney, and Luke, TJ, and other members of our team, including Analia, Alicia, others who have worked to make this possible internally, and certainly again David, Chuck Shivery, who continues to serve on the board on behalf of the company. I'd like to thank Sri Madhusudan, as well as Tom and our other Lindsay, our other friends from Northeast Utilities. Al here with the camera, taking the pictures of the guy who matters, not mine, I hope. And invite you all up to celebrate with a ceremonial ribbon cutting. The weapon of choice is to your right here. Garden shears seemed appropriate. And the good news is with this rain, we're going to have to actually do some trimming back here. So let's assemble in the front, have a moment of ceremony, and then if you dare, you're welcome outside. If you don't, you're welcome back. David's donating these back to the science center.